I'm Sid, and these are my best friends. My mom, Kim, my dad, Ty, my sister, Maddie, and our salty dog, Stella. We started our adventure refitting a Lagoon 450 before taking on the massive project of resurrecting a sunken 2021 Leopard 50. It's been one heck of a ride, but we're on this adventure to die with memories, not dreams, and live dauntless.
What you got going on there, Kim?
Well, you see,
What is that?
gross is what that is. So we've power washed the boat several times between Georgia and here and a couple times over. But we've also done a lot of construction and we've been in and out of boat yards, obviously. The problem is this flexi teak gets dirty. Well, and let's not forget that it
It almost looks fake.
So this is just guide coat, boatyard grime, construction from this house. I mean, everything that you can think of just ground into this flexi teak. Typically speaking, you would just use a mild detergent and clean it up real easily. However, this has gotten so abused over the last 2 years that we are now down to just sanding. So I have done my research and I have figured out that if you use 60 grit sandpaper, you can, if you're careful, use a random orbital sander, best tool again from our construction days, and you can sand this material. Now, you do have to be careful because obviously I've got my guard on. I don't want to nick the gel coat, even though this is dirty and silicone.
How does that work?
It actually works really well. It does keep you from getting, if you get too close, the guard hits before the sandpaper hits, so that's good. And it's a real light touch. You don't want to be heavy-handed with this, and you really are only using this edge of the sandpaper because you can't lay it down flat, otherwise you get swirl marks. So I just sand, vacuum, and this is what we're getting.
Well, I think it looks fabulous.
It's amazing.
Look at that.
I'm happy about this.
All right.
So this is my project.
Carry on.
Oh, I need to switch my power cord. Hold on.
Having all this sanded is great, but there were a few casualties.
Several days ago, after sanding for several days consecutively of anywhere from 6 to 8-ish hours a day with a half-hour break for lunch, I pretty much realized that age just kept catching up to me and my hands are swelling. And I didn't think much of it, but the other day I was like, God, my ring has been really tight on my finger. So I don't know how well you can see that, but
it's swollen.
It is swollen. And I tried to take my ring off. And in doing so, I actually bruised the knuckle area pretty good. It's starting to show its colors a little bit more. Needless to say, everything that I've done over the last couple of days, it's not getting any better. I think that I'm at the point now where since the bruising isn't getting any better and the swelling's not going down, I gotta cut it off. So
The ring, not the finger.
yes, the ring, not the finger. So I am gonna ice for a little bit more just to try and reduce some of that swelling while Sid finishes my hair, and then I am going to have Ty cut off my ring. Do you want me to ice it some more or?
No. Good. I'm just gonna cut where there's no words. So we can.
Could you be a little bit more gentle with my finger?
You want me to be gentle with your finger?
Well, you're like, "Rrr, rrr." Let's cool it down for a sec. I am very nervous.
You should be more careful with your jewelry, young lady. This is why we wear silicone rings while we work on boats.
The silicone rings get caught in my hair.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
hate
just
it
gonna
when
be
that happens.
the look of a single woman. I'm just not gonna wear a ring.
Are you ready?
No.
Pull your finger out.
Almost out. Go. Good job. Thank you. See where the deal was? You can see it was getting hot right there.
Nice tan line.
Right?
Poor finger looks like a little trussed ham.
I think the
All right, my hands are still a little swollen from all the work and everything, but you can see just how tight the ring was keeping my finger. What is this part? Where did it come from? And what are you doing to it? And what have you done to it already?
So this is the cradle for the port water tank, and I have been tasked with repairing it. So I used some chop strand and polyester resin to be able to lay up so many layers. I did on each of these about 6 layers of chop strand to reinforce this, and I'm now putting gel coat over top of it so that it kind of seals it all in, and then it will be, hopefully by the end of the day, ready to be reinstalled into the boat. I can successfully wipe the dirt off my feet. This is also the first time I've ever used polyester resin, so
Don't step in the gel!
but it is fully supported and stable again, so I'm pretty proud of myself, and it's not bad for my first time. Ah, damn, I got gel coat on my foot.
Oh.
It was a drip.
All right, clean up your mess. Let's get ready for lunch.
I'm hungry.
Oh. Ta-da!
Yay!
There we go. So there is the bilge box. Plywood in the bottom. And this basically is going to fit tightly inside the keel. I'm going to trim all this excess off, and we're going to glass from the inside out into the bilge space. And then this is size so I can get a 30. This is size so I can get a 2,000 to 3,500 watt.
What? You've been doing solar lately.
That's so much solar. Gallon per hour pump, and then be able to have enough room for the float switch and for the actual hose to come out. So yeah. All right, let me put my PPE back on, and I'll go over and cut this off and get it sanded up on the inside and ready to be able to accept glass. All right. Light, please. Thank you. All right. Box. Okay.
I have not. I'm not touching it.
I'm
Sorry.
just way stronger than I thought I was. All right. Sawzall.
It's blade side up.
Okay. All right. So this is nice and tight when we tab that in. Down in here.
Hold on, your head was in the way. Show that again.
This is, we did one layer of tabbing just to put this piece of fiberglass in here. This is hollow underneath, so I'm cutting a space so this can drop down inside, and I can glass it into this hole, and this is where the bilge pump will sit, so that any water that runs down in like that, out of my bilge pump here, will be able to drop down in. And yes, this is a temporary bilge pump. I do have big kid bilge pumps in here. This is just in case we get any rainwater while we were sealing up the top of the boat. All right. I'm looking for here is the deepest part. This piece here, the hull actually goes like a shallow banana, and at the either ends of the banana, we've made this all the way up at this high level here. So we've slowly tapered it down to a low spot, and I just need to eyeball roughly where this low spot is, which is the space with the most distance from here to here on the hull. So it looks like it's right about here. Yeah.
All right.
So here, maybe I'll go over here. It's all about the same. I want to be able to optimize the space for storage as well. And if I put the bilge hump here, I want to maybe have a place from here over to the water tank storage on this side to be able to store some things down in here. So, you laughing at my lack of flexibility?
Maybe.
All right. So let's move this to here. All right.
First, we need to mark the sections we're going to cut out, and then we can test fit the box down in the hole.
Good. Yeah, much better. Okay. Now, basically, I'm going to mark there. And then I'll just connect the dots down the sides. And that will allow me to set it all the way in here and glass over all the edges to create a watertight seal from this space down into this box.
I use polyester structural repair putty to secure the box in place. You can also see me using the cutout piece to keep the long sides pushed out of the way so they are flush with the side of the hull.
We good?
I think so.
All right. Stuff's starting to set up, so hopefully here in the next few minutes it'll be set. Then we'll jump over to the other side, glass that. When we're done with that, hopefully this side will be done. So that's a nice thing about having two hulls. You get to do everything twice.
Yay.
Put this piece of cutout in this bilge box just so that I can hold this out so it was flush with the sides. Now I'm going to take this grinder and I'm just going to nip off any sharp stuff that's going to keep the glass from laying smooth. And there's not much, but just a little bit here. That was a poor decision. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Pre-wet all of this. Again, this is polyester, so it will, all of the epoxy that's around here is cured and scuffed and keyed up. All the polyester is uncured, so we can lay it right over top of it, and it will chemically and mechanically bond.
We are using several layers of chop strand to fully secure and seal the bilge box with a smooth finish radius.
So it is toasty today, and we're gonna mix up small portions of this pour foam. It's supposed to expand out a lot, and 2 1-gallon containers are supposed to net about 8 cubic feet of foam. I think there's about 12 cubic feet per keel, so that means we need 3 kits between 2 keels, but I don't know yet. So I'm gonna start off by mixing in a small batch. I'm gonna mix basically this full. North of 80 degrees, it says that we have 15 seconds of mix time, and then it starts to expand and it gets on it. So it's going to be kind of I'm imagining it's like trying to put yourself out if you're on fire by like running down a hill into a headwind. So it's going to be a little crazy, but it says that mix it for 15 seconds, put your mixer directly into a bucket of acetone, of course, so you don't have a big giant ball on the end of your mixer, and pour like hell and get out of the way. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so pour this acetone in here. And
It's my leftover mixing bucket. When I actually mix gel coat or anything else, I spin it off in here to keep the mixer relatively clean. I'm gonna keep this on low speed because I'm not sure exactly how viscous this stuff's gonna be or how much of it's gonna get thrown around. All right, Sid, you're on acetone bucket detail. Oh, I'm a little nervous here because I don't want to make a mess. So, because so much of the rest of the boat is clean, I'm gonna mix down here in the bilge space because, well, I can grind it out if I'm down here. Yeah, we're gonna mix it here, and you're gonna see it happen live. So, Sid, I don't know if you can get a view down below. We're gonna. All right, so when we mix this, again, I'm gonna mix a small quantity, and then I'm gonna pour it in one of these holes. So I don't know if you can see here. I've got a hole drilled here. There's one back up underneath of there. Then there's one right here by my foot, and there's another one back up over there. And those are relief holes. So when you pour on one side, you want to be able to allow it to expand. Apparently, this can produce up to 5 psi of pressure as it's expanding. So it does need some place for it to expand out of. That poured hole is going to be our test hole, and then we'll see how it goes on the other side. So here we go.
All right. It says it's a 1-to-1 mixed ratio by volume,
Okay.
and it's a 1 to
1-to-1 by volume is fine. That's
Yeah.
what we're going to use.
the
All right.
by weight is a little different, but 1-to-1 by volume.
All right, so we're going to pour right here to 3.
Ooh, that looks interesting. It doesn't look how I thought it was gonna look.
How'd you think it was going to look?
I don't know, maybe clear or like yellowy, kind of like a resin would be, but not brown.
All right. I might be a little more nervous than I think. I don't know, it's not going to explode on us, but I think it's going to go fast.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I thought it would have looked like.
Kind of looks like motor oil. Dirty and clean motor oil.
Yeah.
All right, so there is exactly a 1-to-1 ratio. I can see it starting to do stuff and churn already. There are a few color changes while mixing, and we've learned a very valuable lesson.
All right. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Oh, oh, there it goes.
There it goes. Oh, it's making a mess. Oh, holy shit, that got hot. Get in the hole. Get in the hole.
Oh,
It's burning my hands.
you
Oh my
have
god, it's
some
hot.
grinding to do.
Oh, acetone will clear it out. What a mess. See? I waited an extra 2 seconds so I didn't drip off the drill, and what did it do? Oh, fart knocker, that's hot. Well, I made one hell of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sand that out instead of trying to wipe it up.
Okay. Do you want a new bucket?
I do.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And some more gloves.
Okay. I'll be right back. And do you want me to grab another kit?
No.
Okay.
No, I got plenty. We only used 1 quart on either side.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, what a mess. Okay, so things I've learned. One, it blows up really fast. 2, use a bucket with more headspace in it. So I mixed a half a gallon or a quart of each in that last half-gallon bucket, and I probably, if I'd have poured it quickly, it'd have been fine, but it does take a full 25 seconds to mix. So I would recommend doing this at or below 80 degrees. And I thought I drilled a pretty big hole, but trying to pour hot foam out of a bucket into a hole that's this big is not as easy as one would think. It looks like, because this is the deeper part of the keel, this is going to take more. So I'm going to mix the 3/4 of each gallon together to make 1.5 gallons of mixed product and pour that in and see if it tops it off. That means if that happens, then it's 1 kit per each backside of our keels from the separated by the bilge pump box, and a half on the front. But we'll see what happens. All right, ready?
Ready?
Part A.
this here we're gonna pour, and anytime you pour in a bucket like this, you want to pour with the nozzle up so that it allows air in. Otherwise, it'll take longer for the product to leave the container. You see it growing?
It might come out of the hole. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There she goes.
Yeah, but we want it to come out the bottom. We don't want it to come out here. Oh, there it's coming out the bottom. There it is on the other side. Yep. Back here. Check this out. Oh, and it is hot.
Ooh. Oh,
Look at that.
look at that.
Damn it. Yeah, look at that. It's all spongy. I said I need you to get down there and pull off that other one. It's not even sticky. Look, it doesn't even come off on your hands.
Cool. Look at that.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a little warm. But
A little. This is gonna be like a neck pillow. All right, that's it. We'll move on to the next one here in a second. Gotta get ready to blow out here.
oh, and
You can hear it gurgling. That's it.
oh no. That's insane. It just picks right up.
How long I've been waiting to do that. Ugh, I've been waiting to fill these keels up. I am so excited to get gel coat in here and making it look like it's a brand new boat again. I can't even tell you. So I have to clean up this foam mess, and then I'm gonna have to go around where I did a little bit of extra glass work to support to reinforce the corridor supports. These are the verticals that hold up the floor in the boat. Trim all that up, knock down any loose hairs from the fiberglass process, and then we're going to be able to come in and just mask up and just do one thick layer of gel on the inside of this, and it's going to brighten up and look fabulous. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so after all that work to fix the holes, all the tabbing in for the floor supports and everything, I've got my second to last batch of gel coat. We're using some Total Boat white gel coat with wax. We did laminating resin on the inside, so now I can just lay gel coat right over top of that, and the wax will seal it in. So yeah, I've got like 1 more gallon to go, and then I am completely freaking done building, fixing, and resurrecting this boat to make her seaworthy 100%. Well, she was seaworthy before, but at least the inside of the bilges are done. And I'm so happy. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It's been a long time coming. So, let's get this in, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, pro tip, keep an extra bucket around. So after you mix whatever you're mixing, you can spin off all the excess. And after a week, all that cures, you can just pop it out, reuse the bucket. All right, where's my mask? Safety third.
Maddie,
Yeah.
I am your father.
Ah ha ha ha. You're so funny.
No, right?
Haha. Do you want some help?
Just driving the struggle bus. I have my light and my gel coat. Roller's already on there. Bye.
Bye.
I've been waiting a long time to see these bilges completely finished, and I'm happy with how they turned out. If you like this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.